Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing something completely different. Welcome to TV Review Tuesday with May. If you know anything about me at all, you know I am obsessed with TV shows. It's what I want to do in my future and in my career. I think it's brilliant. I think it's better than film. Oh, I know, what a shocker, I'm sorry. But I do think that, and the TV show that I had the pleasure of binge watching this week was Nurse Jackie. So today I'm going to be talking to you about that, what I thought the strengths were, what I thought the weaknesses were, and who I would recommend it to, because I wouldn't recommend just any TV show for just anyone. People have types, and I didn't even think this was my type of TV show. This show deals with pill addiction, and it's something that I always thought was so overdone. I thought addiction was just like, okay, like why are you telling me this story? I never knew any addicts, I never knew anything about addiction, and I think I learned a really big lesson towards the end of the season. But I'm just going to be talking about it in general. I'm going to be talking about the characters. I'm going to be talking especially from a screenwriting perspective, because I thought the writing on this show was really strong. I don't know how I've never seen this show before. Oh my god, it's brilliant. There were moments where I was looking at the TV and I was like, how did they do that? How did they do that? How did they think of that? They had really simple setups and payoffs. The attention to detail in those setups and payoffs was it reminded me of Breaking Bad, because I think Breaking Bad was a show that also dealt with drugs and the drug world, and there's a lot of similarities about how to attain those drugs and what kind of route you have to take in order to get drugs in case you get caught, and if you do get caught, which almost happens in both shows. So it was really interesting to see how she was going to obtain those drugs, how every time there was an obstacle, I was just waiting to see how she was gonna deal with it. Well, obviously her character is really well written. She's an incredible actress. I'll be honest, I was kind of unimpressed with the acting in the very beginning. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still really good. I just think that overall the show started shifting towards season 3 and 4 and started getting a lot stronger writing-wise, performance-wise, and it just felt like the writers were taking their time and exploring their options and exploring where they could take Jackie's character, because she is the main character and she could have just given up, she could have relapsed, she could have gotten caught multiple times, but it felt like the writers just kept saying, no, what if she does this? What if she does this? What if she does this? And it worked, because the more that she did, the more it influenced and impacted everyone around her, the more there was a story to tell. And if you know me, you know I love me some story. And I just want to tell you about something so tiny that I noticed that I had to say. There was a moment where Jackie was in jail and she met a woman who had a tattoo on her chest, and the tattoo said something like, "We are the authors of our own destiny." I think that was in the end of season 6 or the beginning of season 7. And then a few episodes later, I think someone was talking to her. I think it was, I don't know who was talking to Jackie, but someone said to her, "We are the authors of our own destiny." And I just thought, wow, that's really good. And another really simple setup and payoff that I liked was when what did Zoe do? Was when Jackie was in rehab, and I think it was season 3, and her therapist, counselor person said something to her. It was just some sort of motivational thing to get Jackie to think about like her addiction, and just a few episodes later, Zoe said the exact same thing to her. I just thought it's little moments like that that they do really well with. It's also with Edie Falco's performance on the show. The first couple of seasons, I didn't think I was impressed. I didn't really think about her performance too much. I just thought, okay, this is a show about TV addiction. It's sort of interesting how she keeps growing. But her performance to me was just so bland in the beginning, and I didn't know why. And the more the show kept going, the more I realized why. Overall, I just didn't know what I was expecting with the show. I expected something cliche, but it turned out to be a pleasant mix of pleasant mix of something like Breaking Bad and House. I really like Zoe and Acolytus' characters. They provided a lot of comic relief. I loved Eddie's character. I was devastated he didn't get a happy ending. I just was rooting so hard for him, even though I knew that I shouldn't have because he made his own mistakes. What I was surprised with was I never thought I would root for Jackie. The whole show I was kind of just, oh my god, I hate her. Oh my god, how could she do this? Oh my god, she's so wrong. But towards the end, towards the very last season, that's when I learned the most important lesson that this show taught me. And that's why I'm doing TV Review Tuesdays. I think every show has such an important message behind it. And the message behind this one was, I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good wife. But it's just as simple as I can't help it. If it's in front of me, if I know I have access to it, I can't help it. I'm just gonna do it. Which is why I thought her sobriety, the year of her sobriety, and the end of, I think it was season 4, she takes the pill out of the ring box, and it was just genius. It was so simple. In 2 seconds, she did it as she's just walking out the door. What? I looked at the TV. She had been sober the entire season. She had been sober for so long, and I thought she was gonna go on some huge bender or something. And no, it was just took the pill, left in this episode, and the season ended. I'm getting goosebumps. It was so good. But my favorite was the finale. Can we just talk about the finale for a second? I bawled my eyes out. Because in the very beginning of the episode, listen, there's a huge thing to be said about where a scene starts and where it ends. I think Nurse Jackie did so well in that on 3 different levels. They started every scene and ended it somewhere completely different. They started every episode and ended it somewhere completely different. They began every season and ended it somewhere completely different. They are just geniuses with the transitions. My favorite thing about the finale was Jackie, who has not been religious the entire show. She goes to the church, but she doesn't pray. She's just there to talk to people. She prays on the very last episode as the hospital's closing, and she says, God, make me good. The very last scene, I'm gonna cry. The very last scene, Zoe holds her and she says, you're good, Jackie, you're good. Ah! I'm gonna cry again. But I wouldn't recommend this show to just anyone. For example, some of its weaknesses for me was it was moving really slow in the beginning, and I didn't like Kevin's character at all. I didn't understand him. I was like, why is he always so monotone? Say something, do something. Why are you stupid? Figure her out already. So I just didn't like how long it took him. I just didn't think it was realistic, but the whole twist with the affair was nice. And I didn't like O'Hara's character at all. I didn't think she did anything to the show. Sorry. Like, to me, she was just a tool. And not even that important. Like, I feel like anyone could have been O'Hara. What else? I would give this show a 4.4 out of 5. And so I would recommend it to you if you're just on Netflix, you don't know what to watch. If you liked Breaking Bad, if you liked House, if you like Grey's Anatomy, I feel like it's kind of a mix of all of those shows together. And if you are a fan of plot twists, you're a fan of saying, oh, what? This is the show for you. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you watch the show, and I hope you let me know if you like the show, and let me know what I should watch next. Thank you!